What's going on, everybody? I'm reporting to you from my office, from work, on my lunch hour here. The type of video nobody likes to make or nobody wants to make. I like to keep my channel fun. I like to keep it lighthearted, adventures and humor, movies, music, whatever have you. But means of respect, when something like this comes up, you have to shed some light and pay respects. Because unfortunately this morning on March 25th, just after midnight, after years of battling with cancer and illnesses and various medical ailments, around 12:30 this morning, my Uncle Bill did peacefully pass away in his sleep. He's been on this channel a lot. He's never been like the focal point of any videos, but especially back when I was a teenager and I would just do all these vlogs of everything. He is someone that would show up a lot in just random videos, especially around the holidays when the family would get together. Back in 2016, he was really he had mouth cancer. And so ever since 2016, he's been living without a jaw. But he fought through it. You can't eat solid foods or anything like that. But, for the past 10 years, he's made it through. He's been a fighter. And, sadly, within the last month and a half, we saw that the cancer came back. It really attacked his esophagus. And, so it's great that he was able to peacefully transition in his sleep. There's no suffering. For the past week, he wasn't even conscious because I had been to the hospice ward a few times to see him. So this video is just something I want to throw together really quick. I'm actually going through my channel on my lunch hour as we speak, just finding all the old clips and everything of him. So just put this together. We were always very close. My mom is the one woman with two brothers in her family, and Bill was the oldest. So I spent a lot of time around him growing up. He was a master crafter, huge into building models and these gigantic dollhouses and any kind of art and craft project you can think of. He was all over it. He did all these paintings that we have around my house. He's the one that got my mom and my grandma on their diamond art kick. And he got me started on my Pez collection because he always had a gigantic collection of Pez dispensers, so I kind of followed in suit, and that's something that I hold. Even to this day, I'll pick up a Pez dispenser here and there, and we would always hang out and play Monopoly because I had all these different Monopoly variations, and he was always just the craziest guy, but in the fun, most entertaining way. It was always a good time around Uncle Bill. So this is not going to be a traditional, tribute. It's not like I have that. It's a lot of candid stuff, from vlogs. So it's just going to be a really random assortment of clips here from just whatever has been on my channel. So forgive the amateur, nature of a lot of it, or the candid nature of a lot of it. But, it's what I got. And, he was an energetic guy, and he loved crazy rock music and stuff. So that's the best way to honor him. So no sad, sappy shit with him here. We are just gonna give Uncle Bill the Uncle Bill tribute.
Fresh flesh.
All the way back to you, Rob. Alright, remember the picture? The top of this.
No, just hit stand on this.
The top of this, lined up in the middle, just underneath the blue. You were pretty close that time.
Alright, you just.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take your time. Oh! Was that the one you were shooting at?
I have to write like
Alright, what's this?
It's a thing.
It looks more past.
Alright.
Oh my god.
What is that though? Beautiful.
I don't believe this.
What is it? That's so much you probably can't read my horrible writing.
No, it's a Price is Right video game.
Like the deal or no deal.
I play Deal or No Deal. I just hit a high score on that the other day. I got like over almost 2 million.
Go.
I won this at a VFW picnic.
The
I won a-
VFW picnic.
Yeah, I won a hot air balloon ride. We had to wait till the weather was perfect. The balloon was called Rainbow Thunder.
Rainbow Thunder.
The weather was perfect. 3 balloons went up. And only it started getting real windy, so the first 2 balloons landed.
Yeah.
Only my guy was crazy. He wanted to keep on flying.
Yeah.
You got the spotters down on the ground driving around in the car and stuff.
Yeah.
And we tried to land, and it was so windy, instead of coming straight down, we were going like this at an angle, going real fast. And we landed in a construction site. And we hit a pylon full of cinder blocks. Ripped the basket in half. I hit a bruise. I was still married to Marilyn at the time.
Yeah.
How's it go? I said, it was cool. I didn't tell her it crashed or something. I was black and blue from below the knee to my crotch, the whole leg.
Damn.
You know what they do?
What?
When you make a safe landing, even though we crashed, they
What?
break open the champagne and orange juice.
Yeah.
We sat there and got loaded. His balloon bucket was trashed. A month later, the guy killed himself. But I got a pin and a plaque and everything to prove it. I'll show it to you next time you come over. True story. Hershey's candies with Greg and Joan wrappers on them. I found one. I'm going to tell them today. They're going to freak.
What year? What year is that from?
How long have they been married now? Like 9 years?
Oh, that's.
I showed it to Ma the other day. She couldn't believe it. Now I'll read you the best part.
Oh, okay. What's the best part?
Passengers say they saw 2 bodies, one by the tracks, another by the creek. The car's bloody windshield was hanging off the front of the train. Tori said there was a severed foot on the track.
There's.
A conventional animal has been genetically modified in breeding, thus becoming an animal that could never occur naturally. An organic animal is genetics that have not been modified by man and is in the most natural state. A conventional animal is injected with growth hormones and antibiotics, meaning that the meat we consume is then loaded with these drugs. Conventional animal is not allowed to roam freely or exercise normally, thus creating an...
What about Gary Busey?
We did a house right down the street from Mr. T's in Lake Forest. And it's a real old neighborhood. Everybody was pissed at him because he cut down all the trees. Real old, hundreds of year old trees, he cut them all down. His wife drives a big, giant Excalibur. You know what an Excalibur is?
Yeah.
It's a red one. License plate say Mrs. T. We seen her cruising around.
She hot?
Yeah, pretty much.
Street. And that.
We got a 9/11 in progress.
Yes, we do. See the hood.
Yeah, that looks like, you're right, Bill, looks like an accident.
Stolen cars. Wow. Crime scene investigator Bill. That's
I
him.
forgot what coach is on it. Well, I'm just saying, the Sox have been on a losing streak, and now they're playing the first place team. But what you do is you get your seats, right?
Yeah.
And you sit there for like the first 2 innings.
Yeah.
And then you watch where all the empty seats are. And then you sneak down to the real good ones. Right up close. No, true story. And you sit there until you get kicked out. And chances are the people who have those seats ain't going to show up because nobody's going to the ball games no more. This is true. Remember it.
Okay.
And then you go down and you sneak down to the, you can get really close. And you just go down to the real good seats.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, this is
Would
my.
you believe we just... Yeah,
I
The
don't know
new
if you remember
manager?
him, the new manager. Look what I got.
you're kidding.
This is a Louisville Slugger, 34-inch. This is the bat I used when I won Most Valuable Player in 1975.
Is it?
I batted almost 800.
I know, but
It's
is it autographed
autographed.
by him?
By who?
Whoa. That is a.
88 Team USA Olympic commemorative.
Oh,
Whoa.
wait
I have
till
the certificate of authenticity.
Did
The
you-
certificate of authenticity.
Did you tell Denise?
Buried around here somewhere. No, but every time I told Denise about my Robin Ventura card, she pulls out the autographed or
Yeah.
Ozzie Guillen
Oh
helmet.
my God.
Let's see her top this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Kenny,
Just don't
Yeah.
rub the autograph.
Oh my God.
And,
Here, can you get the autograph?
yeah. Wow, that right.
Now, when did you get this? When you went to that one game where they were all throwing stuff out in the
You know where I
field?
got this from? A long time ago. Tracy's wife, Mary, used to sell sports memorabilia.
Yeah.
Before she became involved in real estate and H&M Block.
Oh, okay.
I'm not shitting yet. This is the real deal.
So what year do you think that was signed?
Oh, God. At least 20 years ago.
Wow, that is.
When are you going to let Denise know you got it? Call her now.
But this is the real deal. Nowadays, you got kids can't play with anything because
Yeah.
these wooden bats break and they fly into the audience and kids get hurt. And now they got the aluminum bats that you pay $300 for. Back in the days when I was a kid, if you saved up $4, you'd get yourself a Louisville slugger.
Wow. When did you realize you had it?
As soon as I read it in the paper today, that Robin Ventura, I'm telling you, this is the real deal. She even threw in the sock to cover it up.
Just make sure you always lock your
don't
doors.
sell that. That's too sentimental.
No, you know what I tell her? I'm saving it for you. By the time you're my age, this shit is going to be worth a fortune.
Did he tell you about
take
the
that-
baseball card he's got?
Thank
Very
you.
artistic. Did you
I
know he
noticed.
can everything? Yeah.
That's really cool.
Picture
You're
of
gonna
that.
take a
You would
picture?
look like
Okay.
if you were in a cartoon.
Wait, hold on. He wants to take a picture
Yeah,
of
Does
it.
it look like her?
Yeah, I sort of see similarity.
Ah, you little.
This is my nephew Kenny.
I know. I met him.
Yeah, we're bonding right now.
Yep.
Might be getting ready for supper. If she would want to watch some stupid movie and me and Summer would be banging our forks down on it. Going, SpongeBob, SpongeBob, SpongeBob. I even got SpongeBob tattoos. You think I'm kidding?
No, I believe you.
I'll show you.
They all brought like their little pillows and blankets, and when I saw this, I said, "Oh, Kathy, you gotta order me one of those." I was telling her,
Where'd you get this book from?
Denise gave me that to read.
I love this girl.
Oh yeah, did you read it?
No, I watch her on TV every day.
Yeah.
She's a nut. You ever see her show?
Chelsea.
Yeah,
Chelsea
so I'll
lately?
read it.
I've heard of her, but I never watched it.
She's a wild one.
Yeah, my mom had that when she.
It was in the kitchen.
A huge spider in the kitchen.
Yeah, it had to be about this big.
All right.
I got my BB gun and pumped it up like 20 times. And the thing walked over to the living room, right where the kitchen meets the living room, right at the edge of the tile and the carpet.
Yeah.
And I blasted this thing.
And the
And
air.
it flew across the kitchen floor, hit the wall by the refrigerator,
Oh.
and attacked me.
You hold on to everything. Yeah, that's okay.
And so you blasted it against the wall.
It flew across the kitchen floor, hit
Yeah.
the wall next to the refrigerator, and then charged me.
Wow. Now, what are some of the ghost stories from your apartment?
I just see little black shadows.
In your
Where
apartment?
at?
Just out in the living room and kitchen
So you see just
When? During the day?
all the time.
little black shadows just went right.
You catch them out of the corner of your eye.
Crafts and keep himself busy. But it's cuter than I thought it was.
There was none left. We were there the
Yeah.
other day. Remember all the gingerbread houses?
Because
they
that
had?
was how much? 10?
8.
$8 only.
They were totally out. They'd not worked. They had them all in that big stack in the front, and then they had all the other ones down the aisles. We were there Saturday. Everything was good. Socket, we were putting brand new bulbs in. And they weren't working. I stuck my finger in it. I got a huge shock.
Yeah.
Then we put a bulb in there.
Right, maybe a couple bucks more than
True story.
Is it what I think it is? Oh, he was doing this painting of this bird, and I feed my birds a lot, Joni. He painted this. So one time when I went over there, I said, well, how you doing with the bird picture? And he said, oh, I ruined it. I threw it out. Well, here we finished it.
That's awesome.
You painted this?
Yeah.
Wait, I want to take a picture.
Hold on.
That's awesome.
Can I see it?
Yeah. And he told me he ruined it, so he threw it out, and here we finished it and gave it to me.
Wow.